Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first edition of the Chalmette High Short Report. I'm Travis Manley, and on today's show, we'll be taking a look at the Japanese club and class. Also, we'll have our first weekly update, and we will take a look at the day in the life of a principal, our own Mr. Warner. So without further ado, let's check out all things Japanese.
Hello, I'm Christine, and here I'm with Miss Ross. So, Miss Ross, are you a Japanese teacher or club sponsor?
I'm the Japanese Cultural Arts Club sponsor.
Oh, so what do y'all do in club meetings?
Well, we meet Fridays at lunch, and we learn about different aspects of Japanese culture, such as what teenagers over in Japan normally do, the food, the language, the lifestyle, those sorts of things.
Oh, interesting. So, what type of extracurricular things do y'all do?
Well, outside of our Friday lunchtime meetings, we meet after school and we watch different animes and we watch different movies that are subtitled. So they're in Japanese and we watch them.
So, I think you'll have a like field trip, right?
Yes, we do. We go on several field trips. We go to the Japan Fest at NOMA, the New Orleans Museum of Art. We go to the Vietnamese New Year Festival. We also, sometimes we go to Bonsai for a sushi making demonstration, and we order from Bonsai every now and then and have Bonsai for lunch.
Oh, that sounds so cool. So, thank you, Miss Ross, for your time.
Thank you.
So here I'm with Dr. Sanchez, who is the actual Japanese teacher. So, Dr. Sanchez, could you tell us how's the Japanese difference from English?
Japanese is very different from English. The word order is much different. The verbs go at the end of the sentence. The prepositions are actually postpositions. They go after, so you say park in instead of in the park. There's no plural. Of course, there's a different writing system which uses over 2,000 characters derived from Chinese. So it's very difficult to learn to write in Japanese.
Yeah, it's kind of hard and confusing though. So how many classes do you have this semester?
I have one Japanese class and also 2 Spanish classes.
Oh, all right, that's cool. So do you have any advice for those who want to take Japanese as their foreign language class?
I would advise students who want to take Japanese to learn about the writing system before they come to the class. Try to learn some hiragana first or get familiar with it. It will help a lot. Also, just keep an open mind and be ready to have fun.
All right, thank you, Dr. Sanchez.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Gage, who is a student from Japanese class. So, Gage, why do you take in Japanese class?
I just took Japanese because, there were a lot of other, language options I could have chosen, but I picked Japanese because it was really interesting and unique.
Oh. All right. So, what do you find the most challenging for you in taking Japanese class as your foreign language?
Actually, I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but honestly, it's not that bad. I would say the hardest part is learning the basics in the beginning, and then learning the Japanese characters are pretty bad.
All right. And what is your favorite thing in learning Japanese so far?
I like learning the structure, and we also cover some of the culture, which is really interesting, and it's always really fun. Some of the words are kind of fun to say.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Gage.
All right.
Thank you, Christine. And let's take a look at a new segment, the Weekly Update. Here are Shay Patton and Sarah Nunez.
Good morning. I'm Shay Patton.
And I'm Sarah Nunez. And here are this week's top stories.
This week, Walt Disney Resorts announced plans of their new Bora Bora themed suite at the Polynesian resorts. At the price of $2,900 a night, Disney proved that it's actually cheaper to go to Bora Bora than it is Disney World.
Also this week, Mercedes-Benz released the concept of the new 2015 luxury in-motion vehicle with an automated driving option and luxury living space. The F-015 is yet another vehicle we will never be able to afford.
Girl Scouts, in time for the new year, just released 3 new cookie flavors, including Toffee-tastic, Rah-Rah Raisin, and Trios. But with these healthy options, who's going to be eating them anyway?
Oscar G. Meyer's mansion, built in 1901, just recently hit the market, but at a price of $1.75 million. If you say you can afford it, you're probably full of baloney.
Match.com just released their top dating tips, including 12 email icebreakers, such as, do you want to play 2 truths and a lie, asking, how is your day, and the ever so popular, why are you emailing me instead of direct messaging me on Twitter? Ew, bye-bye.
This week, Toshiba revealed its newest concept robot, Chihiro, claimed to be the most realistic robot yet. So if you haven't found a prom date yet, you can find Toshiba's number in the front office to see if Chihiro is free on March 7th.
Does it come in a boy model?
I don't think so.
Oh well.
Well, that's all for this weekly update. I'm Sarah Nunez.
And I'm Shay Patton. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ladies. Our last segment involves our beloved principal. Here's Malik Brown with Mr. Warner.
Hi, my name is Malik Brown. I'm here with Mr. Warner. Mr. Warner, glad that you're here. What is the day of a principal like?
Well, that's a real interesting question because every day is different.
Mm.
And it's very chopped up.
Yeah.
Okay, because we deal with almost 1,750 students over here. We have 180 employees, 130 of those are teachers. And there are parents for each of those 1,750 students.
Right.
So my day is really tied up with people, and that's what makes it, I think, so nice. I get a chance to work with people. Most of my day is very pleasant, and because I get to do things to help people most of the time. You know, every now and then something happens in school that we have to take care of that isn't pleasant, like some behavior problems, that type of thing. And that's never pleasant. It's never something we want to do. But, you know, most of my time is spent with dealing with issues that other people have and trying to help them solve their problems.
Right.
You know, no matter what it is. I mean, it can be something as simple as something's wrong with the building, but it could be a complicated thing where some student has some very severe medical issues that we have to work out so that the student can also get his credit. We have to worry about everybody's security in the building. You know, it's just a myriad of we do everything at a school. You ever realize that we feed all these people?
Yeah.
We have bus transportation for all the people. We have to worry about, you know, we even give out work permits, and we even do a lot of medical stuff. I mean, if you can make a list of everything that a school does now, it's huge. Besides trying to get everybody credit, and our teachers have to work very hard with a curriculum that's developed by others in order to get them their credit. And that's really a stressful thing for teachers.
Speaking of bus schedules, how do you manage that when they're calling out? How do you take that when they're out?
What kind of schedules?
Yeah.
The bus schedules?
The bus schedules.
Oh, bus schedules, it's not hard. It's just that we have to get the right information. The bus garage calls us about 2:10 every day and tells us which buses are going to be here and which buses aren't.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't think of everything that's happened, that's changed. Like sometimes we have a bus that they say is out. That bus shows up to pick up another load.
Right.
And it gets very confusing sometimes. But with the help of people like Mr. Snyder, Mr. Hudman, Ms. Munt, Ms. Watson, you know, we all try to do, Ms. Boackle,
Yeah.
Mr. Pichon, you know, those people, everybody tries real hard to get everything done.
What time do you usually leave school?
Okay, on a day that we don't have an activity, I usually leave right at 9 o'clock. 9 p.m. And if we have an activity, for example, if we have a banquet or we have a play or we have a ball game, you know, ball games can sometimes, it can be 11:30 or so before you leave at that time. But it's part of the job, and it's fun. I get to see the students and enjoy their successes in athletics and in all the arts and stuff, so it's okay.
All right. How do you maintain consistency day in and day out? You have people helping you?
I have a wonderful staff.
Yeah.
Okay, and every one of my assistant principals could be the principal of Chalmette High School too. So they know what needs to be done. I don't really have to direct them. They take over and do what they think is right, and it is right all the time. So, you know, Mr. Serenay, Miss Munt, you know, they've been here a long time. You know, we kind of grew up together, you know, and meaning that we became teachers about the same time. And, you know, I'm a little older than they are, but we all kind of went through the whole last 41 years that I've been principal. We've gone through that, and before that, I came in 1966. So this is my 49th year here. So the people I've been with have brought me on. It isn't because of me that I'm still here. It's because of the people who help support me that I'm still here.
All right.
You know?
What is your favorite part of the day?
Believe it or not, I enjoy talking to students, and you know, many of the students don't realize that. You know, I became a teacher because I never wanted to leave high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the next best thing. I just became a teacher. So I'm always at a high school, and that was because I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed the activities. I enjoyed doing all that type of thing. And to be honest with you, you know, my favorite part is actually working with the students and trying to help things happen. We have teachers that are just fantastic, and you know, anything I can do to help them with the students is another real enjoyable thing for me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Warner. My name is Malik Brown, and that's it with the Chalmette Short Report.
He puts in a day, doesn't he? Well, that's it for our first show. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Travis Manley, and see you next time.